Think we can do this review in 1,000 words?
No, not possible.
This film is directed by Brian Robbins and stars Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy is an agent and he's trying to sign an author of a book that ends up only being 5 pages long. And what happens is that a tree grows outside of his house and he realizes that every word that he speaks, a leaf falls, and they think that when all the leaves fall off that he will die.
This film was released earlier this year. I don't know how wide of a release it had, but I do know that it was in my area, sort of. Didn't last very long. I know that it didn't really get any good reviews. None of the people that I'm subscribed to reviewed it, so I knew it was probably a bad film, but I rented it just because I was curious, because I had seen the trailer I think about a year ago, and I actually laughed my ass off, so I figured, hey, there might be some laughs in this film. And while it is a dumb movie, it's got a really stupid ass premise that's kind of hard to believe. I mean, it's pretty much science fiction and a comedy. I kind of actually enjoyed it.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't really that great though. So this movie was on a kind of a lower scale of movies. It didn't really have that great of a story, and pretty much once you understood what was going on, you could pretty much figure out the ending of it, and it would go either way. And of course, I'm not going to tell you how it ends, but it was an okay movie. Kind of just a blah movie that if you were bored and you saw it, you could watch it and it would pass the time.
I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I mean, in this case, it's a film where clearly Eddie Murphy was chosen. I'm assuming like it wasn't written for him. This is a kind of role where the character is supposed to be very physical because he can't talk, or he doesn't want to talk as much as he normally would, so he, a very physical comedy, and I think Eddie Murphy was a great choice. He may not be the best comedian out there, but for this role I think that he did a fine job.
If she was still alive, I think that Lucille Ball would have actually been a lot better for this, just because she was just a great slapstick comedy and everything, and just her facial expressions and just everything that she came to be known as would have just been great for the part.
The first name that pops into my head is Zach Galifianakis. I think he's a hilarious guy. He was awesome in The Hangover. I mean, he's good, with verbal comedy, but I'm interested to see like if he could do a role like this. I mean, they'd obviously like, I don't know, like a sequel, probably, maybe not, I don't know, but like a role like this for him I think would be good.
Of course, this movie is a comedy, and for me there wasn't really that much. Most of it was just like a haha, see what you did there, yeah.
I mean, for me the comedy was kind of like not haha out loud. It was kind of like, okay, that was funny right there, that was good, interesting. It wasn't a ton of like laugh out loud moments. There are some moments where you're just like, what in the world were you thinking putting that in there? Are you serious, you put that in there? But then there are actually some genuinely funny moments that I thought, okay, that's slightly ingenious. Like any comedy, the film tries to blend a little bit of drama in there, and there were, in the very latter part of the film, some very good dramatic scenes, but there were some earlier dramatic scenes that really felt forced and did not feel genuine. And while I wasn't surprised by that, I mean, this film tries too hard, I mean, there are some really good, genuine moments, and then there's some parts that just feel way too forced, a bit like Hangover Part 2. It's a little better than I thought it might be. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not, in my opinion, a horrible film. So it's a bit of a stretch, but I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5 stars.
I was gonna give this movie a 2.5 stars. I really didn't like just how they did the comedy and everything. It really wasn't that great, and they probably could have just put this movie into like a 5-minute movie and just been done with it.
So like a short film for like a film school or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would recommend this movie if you are bored and it's raining and there is nothing else to watch in the entire world. Then you can watch this movie and you'll just be like, okay, there must be something better at least than this. But there isn't. So it was bad.
I mean, for me, recommendation wise, I mean, it's an Eddie Murphy movie, so if you like him, you might enjoy it. You probably don't even know that this film existed until like this review, so there you have it. For me, this film is kind of like high school, where it's not a good film, but parts of it I had fun with. Unfortunately, it's not on instant, so you have to actually put it in your DVD queue, then wait, then see it, so it might be a little more trouble than it's worth for you. So see it, don't see it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not gonna change your life, but you might find some enjoyment, so Check it out if you want to. Are you gonna forget about it?
Yes, I will definitely forget about it. It was kind of a waste of time, but it passed the time, so it'll work.
Alright, so make your own decision. Hey, didn't you just see Ted?
Yeah?
Yeah!